this again, I'm going to be pissed. Because I've already started it again once already. But, you know, that's the thing I don't mind about starting this game again, because it's so much fun. I'd love to see how badly he'd kick Chad's Hearts in Iron 3 playing as Japan. Have you played Hearts of Iron 3, Thunder?
Give me a decent connection and you can see how we play.
Oh shit, that's the point. Yeah, I hadn't shown them. Here we go, look. This is the thing that I think is bugging out that's causing the problem for the game. See this thing here? This thing of research. Because if you look on here, see, there it is. It's not progressing. If I close that, nothing will happen. As soon as I bring the research in, plonk, pay, put it in there, and go. So, I don't know.
Why can I not see the total?
What?
I can't find the Napoleon Total War workshop.
Oh right, I see. Okay. Ah, damn it, knew it. So come on then, Thunder, have you played Hearts of Iron 3 before? Because I'm intrigued by your comment. He reckons he could kick my ass if he played as Japan. It's like, fine, I'll play as America. Enjoy.
Where's my Minecraft?
Oh dear, poor darling's lost his Minecraft. What the hell's that?
I'm not a poor diamond.
I said the poor darling. I would never describe you as a diamond. Diamonds are worth stuff.
Diamonds are overrated.
Diamonds are valuable and appreciated. And
never waste your diamonds on a hoe.
Absolutely, yes. Oh, and believe me, you are the hoest of the hoes.
Ooh. I'm called for.
With you, dear, it's always called for.
I hate you.
Indeed you do. And I know it. Right. Come on then, sugar tits, get in there. I'm not talking to you, by the way. I'm talking to this woman in the Uber chat. The one thing I would never call you is sugar tits. At least not in my dreams.
Sorry, the word sugar tits just reminds me of a Pokemon sort of comic that I saw. Let me see if I can find it and put it in the frickin' chat.
Oh god. Come on, keep shooting at the gun. There we go. He's dead now. So this daft woman will keep going round and round in circles. So yeah, this has happened before, where research just stops and doesn't go any further, and it gets stuck for whatever reason. And we've got 10 scientists, we've got biochemists, we've got quantum physicists, and not one of them is picking this up. Now, I don't know why that is. Oh, holy crap, it's actually something's happening. I don't believe it. So if we get rid of that one, and then we put that one in, maybe we'll get progression. Let's see what happens. Right, so this might be an option. Let's wait and see.
Let's see if I can find the full comic rather than just part of it. Here we go.
See, Thunder, after making such a sweeping statement, now has nothing to say to back it up, which is not surprising from someone from Birmingham.
Oh, I hate having to log in with Twitch.
Log in or what?
Having to log in to go to the channel, chat channel on Twitch.
Yeah, it is a little bit annoying.
Shit, now I've got to actually remember my password for Minecraft as well.
Oh dear, she's fallen over.
There we go. Right.
I do enjoy Minecraft. I find it very relaxing to play alone though, or just play with individual people. But Minecraft is never really something you're going to see on my channel, because I've always taken the view that, to a certain degree, Minecraft is easy views to a certain degree because it's such a popular thing on YouTube. But the trouble is, everybody and his dog does it, and once it's on your channel, it's on there for good. You can never get away from it, because people will always want more.
I know.
And I don't know if that was kind of the way that I wanted to go.
It's Minecraft is great, and it was interesting when I went to the freaking expo at when I went to I-50, I-49, and the Minecraft expo was amazing. But the problem I had with the expo and everything was there were so many kids and parents.
Yeah.
And the parents, it was just very crowded and very crampy, and it's just sort of like, the kids there were just so arrogant and rude, and it's just like, really?
What were they arrogant and rude about?
Pushing, shoving, normal kid stuff.
Really?
But it's like, you're in a confined space here. Actual adults here who have paid good money to come and play. Your parents have just brought you along on the day because you wanted to go do the Minecraft Expo. But there are people there actually playing other stuff.
Yeah. But that's the fact, Then all you do is you just have a taser next to your computer, and any small child who comes near you, you taser the fuck.
There was a parent who apparently put a complaint in. This is what I heard, because I was talking with people who knew quite a lot of the people who were doing the running of everything. But there was apparently a parent who's made a complaint about a child watching over someone's back, because the child had gone in, because it's literally separated by a door between the two warehouses, and the child had gone across into the gaming area where people have got their computers and everything set up on gaming.
Yeah. And
the kid just was watching this guy playing, I think it was Saints Row 4. And it was like one of the naked women or something, and the parent put a complaint in saying this is not acceptable, and they just turned around and said, "Your kid's not meant to be in there. I don't care."
Good for them. Yeah. It's just like, people are always looking for excuses to blame other people for shoddy parenting.
Well, it's like some of the kids were there's apparently a couple of kids who just happened to end up on someone's actual PC because they thought it was, one of the ones that could be played on at the at the expo. It's like, I came back and shouted at them, and they just went off and told their mum, and her mum complained. Just, no, that is someone's actual PC.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone to play on. It's someone's actual PC. I like what Max is saying.
Yeah, Hearts of Iron 3 is so complicated a game that even Mal accepted defeat on it.
I would not.
And yet I love that game. I love Hearts of Iron 3. I really do. Oh, excellent. Got new storage racks. Fantastic. So we can sort all that out now. So we can then start doing stuffs. So yeah, because I wanted to do a multiplayer with Mal for Hearts of Iron 3. Because the thing is like, that's what I like about playing games with Mal, is I know him so well, I know how he thinks, and I could say, yeah, why don't you focus on this and I'll focus on this, and it would be both suited to our particular individual skills.
Yeah.
Plus, like one of the guys was saying in the comments, which was really nice, is that they love the banter that Mal and I have, but which is kind of like the advantage of knowing each other for so long, is we also know, because we've gamed together for so long, we know how each other plays, we know all those sort of aspects of each other's personality, and it makes it for fun. Thunder was asking if Cucumber plays it at all. Cucumber, I don't. Yeah, he wants to learn it apparently, but currently Cucumber is away learning education stuff, which is much more important than Hearts of Iron 3. We were supposed to sit down and do it, but to be honest, we never really got the time because it's not a game that you can just sit down and learn. It's something that you have to play through with people and ask questions and all the rest of it. I haven't had a chance to play with Boris recently. Boris and his mate are the two experts of Hearts of Iron. They've got thousands of hours in Hearts of Iron 3. But I think Mao did say to me, he says, well, looking at Hearts of Iron 4, he said wouldn't be surprised if we get a request to do a playthrough or multiplayer co-op or something of Hearts of Iron 4 when it comes out. Which is not outside of the realms of possibility.
Oh dear.
So that's the thing. When I do most of my playthroughs with Mao, we tend to be on the same side because then I know I've got a fighting chance of actually surviving.
Alright, I'm just having a look at the trailer for Hearts of Iron, Hearts of Iron 3, see what it's like.
Yeah, it's basically to
Just
a certain
looking at
degree, it's
screenshots,
spreadsheet the game. I mean, but no, the thing is, it's a very grand strategy game. I can show you some of it after this. Just do a simple battle and stuff. Now the thing is I like to play games with people that I know and I trust, which is why it takes a little while for me to do a co-op with somebody, because I need to sort of play games with them, get to know them, all that kind of stuff. I don't just hop straight into such and such a thing because they're on YouTube or something like that. I've got to get to know them first.
Yeah.
It's just me. I'm silly like that.
Which is probably sort of a good thing that you and whatchamacallit,
Mao.
no, not Mao, American guy, X Factor.
Yeah.
Probably a sort of a good thing that never happened then, because I was playing with him and he seems can be a bit of a knob sometimes by the sounds of it.
Of course he is. He's American. No, the kidding aside, I've got lots of American friends, and I've got a lot of time for the Americans. I mean, but the thing is, at the end of the day, I approached him. He never responded. Not my fault. You can't force people to respond. Either he was going to respond or he wasn't going to.
Yeah, life is that way. Can't force people.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, when I go to EGX in September, or actually no, to be honest, I-51. I'm probably going to I-51 just to meet up with some of the guys, because all the Infused guys are going to be there.
That's in 2 weeks.
Sorry?
That's about 2 weeks.
Yeah, about that. I'm probably going to meet up with the Infused guys, which means that'll be the guys that I've been commentating on for Battlefield 4, and probably Jack Frags as well. Which would be nice, because it's, you know what it's like. Especially when it comes to YouTube. The thing is like, I was talking to one of the guys about this, about how that, you want to work with people that you know and trust, or at least you've met, and you can look them in the eye and say, yes, that person's trustworthy. And so it's a difficult thing for people to do over the internet and with YouTube. So that's why people tend to work with either the people they've played with or people they game with. So when somebody new is introduced to the group, so to speak, it takes a little while to get the hang of or get used to, So, yeah, it would just be nice to, plus also the Infused guys, I've played a scrim with them, so I go pubbing with them quite often as well, so I tend to think they're a good fun bunch. I mean, they have a laugh at my expense and I have a laugh at theirs. Like the pro res that I got from their team captain, basically in front of an entire squad of 12 men, enemies. And then I died for some reason.
The amount of times you've done a pro res on me.
I know, but that's
ready, man, ready.
Yeah, that's just cheers, funny Chad. For the sheer comedy value, mate. That really is.
It's like, cheers, chat. I was really, really hoping to get revived in front of 5 snipers.
Yes. But mate, what can I say? It's the least I can do. It's because I care.
I think it was my mate Phoenix who revived me, and then it was a freaking rocket launcher coming to my face just before the res finished. I was like, I could see it coming. I was like, Oh no.
The worst ones are where you res somebody just after, and then literally a second later, the flipping incendiary grenade lands where they're lying. That's the one that really hurts.
I know. I get a res on someone if there's any sort of grenade
I'll be
or
back in a
anything
second. I'm
close.
just gonna have a
It's
pee.
near impossible. Sorry, if anyone else, I'm Christian, but I found that hilarious. Yeah, Chad will just leave the game running. You do realise that, guys. He doesn't need to worry about anything. It's fine. It's all good. Oh my god, sorry, I'm laughing. I just love some Reddit and image stuff. Oh my god. Does anyone here use Reddit or any of those?
I have
Oh,
returned.
actually, you just returned.
Sorry
I
to
was trying to keep
disappoint.
it busy.
Keep them busy. Oh, that's always dangerous.
Oh dear.
Got to keep the plebs entertained, mate. That's what it's all about.
I don't know what game to play next. I want to play Civ or make Gull's busy talking to his girlfriend, so...
Oh, God. Oh, God, so he left you for another girl, then?
You remember the Texan lass?
Oh, yes. Wonderful girl.
Yeah, they're dating.
Oh, really? Good for them.
I know, really happy for them.
Yeah.
But she's gone back to America and he's stuck in Poland, so it's just sort of like...
Oh,
Oh, there's a bit of separate long distance and it's painful. I know what it's... I
yeah.
know what the painful long distance is like.
Yeah. Completely understand, mate.
The totes. I think Chad's AFK. Max, no totes. He's JFK.
Bum bum. Oh, God, that's so good. Oh.
Yeah, the reason Chad survived is because I missed the frickin' head.
Yeah, story of your life, mate. Okay. So, let's see what our next mission is. Raise enough money, we haven't done yet. Oh, we've got to get the more Uber loot, haven't we? We've got to get that Uber loot there, and I think I may have lost lots of valets as a result. I've got to hide them. There we go.
I think with the, you know, your Uber trap.
Yes.
I let I followed the design from your videos, and I think I left it overnight for about 14 hours. I woke up and I had too much gold.
Yeah.
My strong room ran out of space. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah.
I kept having problems with people digging in and stealing gold
Yep.
and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
That happens.
Like, get out! Get out! Vile little fiends.
Yeah. So I'm even tempted to play some Hearts of Iron 3 after this. Do one of the little battles. Like the battle in Africa or something, the battle for Africa, you know, Benghazi, Tobruk. Because I'm starting to understand more about the game and about how the battles work and a little bit. I'm still not up to speed. That's what I love about Hearts of Iron 3. No matter how much I play it, there's always something to learn. And that's why I love that game so much. Plus, the whole alternate history. Did you know, right, if you game the game in a particular way, you can get the Americans to join the Axis?
That sounds interesting.
It does, doesn't it?
Also, you have a very grateful fan called Zach who loves your North versus South battles, by the way.
Yes, he does. I've got a book here called Battle Cry of Freedom about the American Civil War, which I'm in the process of reading.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I've
Because
been reading.
I just feel it's
science.
important to, you know, have a little bit of history behind. And gosh, you know, maybe I can inject a little bit of history in there. I even had the mad idea of doing a series of a Napoleon campaign,
Yeah.
but actually written like a general's journals. So he's writing to his wife, or he's writing journals about his battles in a proper narrated style. But the trouble is,
That'd
it'll
be
take
awesome.
and then, like,
That
for
would
example,
take ages.
that's
That'd
the
be
problem.
Awesome.
But so, like, for example, you recount the battles, the fights and stuff like that, and then use some of the replays, some of the shots from that to overlay over the top of the battles and the writing and all that kind of stuff. That was an idea that I had recently.
Good. It takes so long.
So ass long. So ass long.
And then if it became popular, people would expect you to do it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, we'll see. I mean, the thing is, it could be potential, because what I would do is I'd have to play through, like, I'd have to record it anyway, but I'll play through the campaign.
Yeah.
And then pull out of the campaign episodes and structure based on that.
Exactly. Just play the campaign and then do a few of them. You don't necessarily have to do, obviously, all of them.
Yeah.
Like, pick out some of the, like, if it was a general, you could pick out some of the more important battles.
Yeah, well, what I'd do is, rather than do the general, I would be like, you know, I would be sending first part of the series would be sending a letter home to my wife saying I've now just been appointed as Marshal of the Armed Forces, since I command everything, and so that would enable the mechanic of total war to work properly. And then it's a discussion as to what the grand strategy of the Empire would be, and then how that would work, and then basically break it down into battles and stuff like that. But then I'd also have to look at how I would actually shoot the writing aspect, because I'd want to show almost some sort of live action, some writing aspects to show that it's actually being written out like a journal would be written, or like a letter to home. So it could be combinations of like war journal and letters to home.
Could you imagine writing a if you lost the battle or lose some soldiers, writing the letters home to parents?
That's a fantastic idea. That would be fantastic to do, because then, you know, that would also kind of key into the interest that I have in writing and aspects of that and things of that nature.
Because I can just imagine people like, obviously you've got who is it? Really famous guy who wrote a poem about his son. I think Daniel Radcliffe is starring in the film or something.
Yeah.
It's just Thomas More? No. Ah, hang on. It's a really, really famous guy. Do with Remembrance normally. So
I couldn't tell you for certain, mate. You probably know better than I.
I'll have a look from because
Yeah.
it's on Daniel Radcliffe's thing.
Because the thing is, I think that could be a really good series, but it would be something that would take a lot of work. But has the potential to, because then a campaign would not just be a campaign, you would live and you would breathe that campaign.
My Boy Jack. That was it.
That name rings a bell. Yeah, the name.
It was Rudyard Kipling.
Oh.
And how his son,
What killed?
18-year-old son, went into war and got killed.
Oh, no. Yeah.
It's like, could you say, if you...
Yes, I got your message, Tot.
serious.
Sorry, we're kind of talking some serious stuff here, mate. So, I think it could be good, but the thing is, it's got to be done properly. It would take time to do. That's my concern, is whether or not I would have the time, because it would take away from the time of doing everything else as well. Because, I mean, essentially, this is a 7-day-a-week job for me.
God. That poor saver unit. Sorry, I'm looking at the stream, but it's 30 seconds delay, obviously. I was just looking at the guy lying on the floor.
Yeah.
Just like, lol.
Yeah. So, I mean, right. that's something that I've literally been mulling over for the last 3 weeks, about how I would actually technically achieve that to the point where the production level would be suitable enough and it would really engage people, because I'd want it... Ooh, lovely. I'd want it to kind of... to interest Total War fans, but also interest history fans and interest alternative reality fans, and just engage people, you know?
Well,
you
what you would want to do first is literally, I reckon, play the campaign through, record all of the campaign.
That's a lot of video footage, that's the trouble.
Yeah.
Bear in mind that if I look now, for example...
How long would you say the campaign is in time, in terms of, like, hours?
60 episodes. 40 hours. 40 hours, possibly more. That's how long Mao took to do it, I think. 33 to 40 hours. But
so you're looking at, if you're doing hour-long episodes...
That'll be basically 40 gig per episode.
Yeah.
Times that
that's
by...
That's if you did the entire campaign, but you'd be cutting bits out anyway. But
yeah.
You'd still have to have 40 gig of space to hold
I
all
would be
on.
talking about, you know, that the army's moving to here. The army's moving to here. You know, pictures of armies walking and getting into position and stuff like that. And there might have to be some, like, custom battles set up to actually create the footage that I want to show, like, transition between certain places so you can see the army actually marching.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, it's the kind of thing that I'm thinking to do a pilot just to see what the reaction to it would be. But then I would make it clear that it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do. And if the interest was there and the views were there to a certain degree, because that is what would make it viable,
worthwhile.
Yeah. Then I'd consider it.
I think Thunder was asking about Panzer's Phase 1 or 2.
I haven't played that, no. I haven't played that. I have not played it, no. So yeah, that's something that I've been considering doing, because it's something that I get conscious about when I have sort of, you know, just odd moments where my brain just runs away with it, so to speak. And, you know, especially after I've had a particularly nasty battle on Napoleon Total War, and you look at the ground and there's just nothing but bodies, wall-to-wall bodies.
I'm
And I just
glad
think it would be
the day
good.
and age we live in that
Yeah,
don't have that sort of massive amount of warfare anymore.
yeah. But the thing is also, I think it would be good to use, because this is something you see in games, is that you don't necessarily see when you see people play RTSs, real-time strategies, or anything involving that historical. You don't see the audience making an emotional connection with the soldiers. In the same way, I mean, because granted, you know that they're a player, but if you can put a story behind it and use the campaign to tell that story and the battles to assist in telling that story, you could tell a pretty epic story in, 24 episodes. Yeah, guys, if you're going to fight, Luna will deal with you. And Luna has my full support. So if he treats you like a bitch, then you're behaving like one. Okay. So. Oh, wow. Robert E. Lee is somebody's 10th cousin. That's pretty cool.
Who?
Robert E. Lee is guy in chat's 10th cousin, which is pretty awesome, actually, I have to say.
Ooh.
But that's another thing. It's like, the precursor to World War One, one of the Napoleonic era's most, or just after the Napoleonic era's most brutal wars was the American Civil War, because the weapons had improved. The cartridge base, the rifling, all that kind of stuff. Their accuracy had massively improved. The Gatling guns, all the Parrott guns, all this kind of stuff. And it's like if you've never seen it or heard it, sorry, a series called Hardcore History. And it's absolutely fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And he's doing it about the outbreak of World War One, and he's saying that a warship built in 1900 would be completely and utterly 100% outclassed and sunk, probably without a loss of hardly a man, by a 1914 warship. 14 years. And then a 1914 warship would be completely taken apart by a 1930s warship. And it's that, and that 14 years of just progress made so damn quickly.
Well,
it's just breathtaking.
I was having this debate with a friend of mine. They were like, oh, this whole Ukraine Russia thing, this is going to modern now. And it was like the whole Europe, America, and everything. It's just like, kind of scary. And I'm like, yes, it's incredibly scary. But at the same time, if it turns out to be another Cold War, technology is just going to go leaps and bounds forwards incredibly quickly.
Yeah.
Because America and Russia during the Cold War, obviously you had the space race. But technology they didn't find useful for the space race in getting into space became average tech. Cell phone communication became improved.
Exactly, yeah.
All this planes improved, radar, this stuff.
Stealth technology, all this kind of stuff. All sort of given by the need to hide what they were doing from the Russians, you know? It's kind of mad, really, as well. Just all this kind of stuff, you know? It's just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, and going back to what we were talking about with weapons and upgrading as well, I have to agree with Riromug. The round itself did improve it. I've fired black powder muskets.
Really?
I have my own 7.62 rifle. The black powder muskets they're beautiful, lovely things to fire. I love the smell of the gunpowder. But you're holding pretty much a lead ball.
Yeah. Plus, not only that, before the rifling, they would rattle down the barrels, so there was no real sense of accuracy.
There was no accuracy, and so with no rifling, it would just basically spray. So that's why you had so many of them aiming at one point, because you would, at least that way you have a better chance of hitting.
Exactly.
But with rifling, you could get better precision aiming. These days, you have obviously hollow point ammunition, which is technically called the expanding ammunition, which is banned in British forces.
Dum-dums, as they were used to called.
Yeah, they basically expand on impact, obviously, and they don't travel through the body, they cause more damage. Whereas you have a full metal jacket which goes straight through.
Well, did you know that those bullets, known as, they're also called frangibles, can be used for certain circumstances, like, for example, in the guns that they put in aeroplanes? Because you want the bullet to stop in the guy. Exactly. You don't want a full metal jacket because it will go straight through the other side, pierce the hull of the plane, and bang.
Yeah, they allow hollow points and the expanding ammunition because, obviously, if you're dealing with terrorists or you're dealing with situations where if a bullet goes through something that you don't want it to go through,
they used to use those as well in hostage situations, so that the bullet went into the terrorist and not into the hostage.
Yeah. Which is why when I was watching a film called the film SWAT and the guy shot the woman through the shoulder to kill the hostage, the terrorist behind, I was just sort of thinking, going, yeah, I don't think they'd normally use full metal jackets in hostage situations for this sort of...
No, generally not, no. Not exactly smart, but never mind. Artistic license. Welcome to Hollywood. But yeah, it's entertaining sometimes when you see that kind of thing.
But yeah, it's just I would hate to have been in the era. I would rather get chopped I'd rather get chopped clean straight off on one with a sword that's sharp and everything than get shot with a musket.
Because it's gangrene and it's basically, you just die a painful death. It's a painful death.
It's just literally a ball of lead hitting you and going into your body.
Yeah.
It doesn't have enough power to go through. Horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Bullets now, they're brilliant.
But did you know the quote from from Napoleon, where somebody said blah blah blah, I lost 10,000 troops, and he says 10,000, I spend 30,000 lives a month. Yeah. Just think about that for a second.
I know.
Because the whole country was in arms, everybody was in arms, which historically kings and queens are rather loath to do, because most of the time they use their professional armies to put down their own populace. So
yeah, tech improves ridiculously quick during wartime. It's a lovely thing. It's horrible. War is a horrible prospect and concept. It's literally the worst thing that we can ever do. The thing that really struck me is it was a film. I can't remember the film, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you here listening will know. It was which is worse, war or hell? Which you think's worse, war or hell? Something like that. And it was a priest, and the priest was going, hell. And it's like, okay, who goes to hell? Well, sinners. It's like, okay, who's in war? Women, children, innocent bystanders, the elderly. Everyone's in war. War is by far the worst.
Yeah.
Because everyone gets caught up in it. You can't escape it.
Everyone suffers. Yeah, that's a good thing. Good point for discussion, actually. I do like that. Oh, motion detectors, yay! So that means that when I get freak production, which hopefully I should get soon, I can put my freak into his little cubby hole. And then I'll be able to set the Uber trap off at will, which is just wonderful. Can't wait. So that'd be good, and then that just means that the Uber trap will just go on and on and on and on and on, and I'll take out all these pads and don't have to worry about any of that crap, which is great. So there's old Sugar Whatsits there. Oh, look at that. He's doing a little bit of research on the goo. So look, going in, gooey, 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 goo, goo, goo. Oh, God, do we get it? Oh, God damn it, they got bloody people there again. Son of a bitch.
Sounds like you're having fun.
Oh, I'm having fun. It's just, yeah, when the forces of justice turn up, you have to go to all of your areas and put them into hiding so that they don't get basically taken out by the forces of justice. Because if they do, then you have to get more people out there again. It's just a hassle. So it's slightly annoying, but you know, it's a minor niggle really in the big scheme of things. So everyone's still going around in the Obba trap, which is good. Also, for those of you not aware, season 4 of Game of Thrones has begun.
I haven't watched any of this Game of Thrones yet. I'm going to be.
Mate, you should sit down and watch it. Come over mine sometime, sit down and watch it. That'll be a fun evening. Well, more than one evening.
Can do. I'm tempted to get hold of the books and devour the books first as well.
No, I would do it after the fact. Watch the TV series and then read the books. Because
One
books...
thing is, I've finished 2 books in 2 days, so...
Yeah, I know, but that's that... Oh, we can produce freaks. Fantastic. That's not the issue, mate. The issue is more to do with the fact that... not how fast you can read the books, but there are certain differences between the books and the TV series. And so, as a result of that, I will be inclined to hold off and basically watch the TV series. Because...
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
Yes, we have heard. Chad, also sorry to interrupt, but Alex is asking if you've got your EGX tickets.
No, not yet. No, I haven't got EGX yet, but I will be going on the Sunday and probably meeting up with Mal and a few others. Unfortunately, some of the Battlefielder guys won't be there on the Sunday, I don't think. But, you know, hey-ho, diddly-do. It's a shame. Would have been nice to have met some of them. I've gotten quite involved, actually, with the Battlefield community quite recently, with all the casting and everything. Went on to Culprit 008's podcast, which I enjoyed immensely. Went on to Scanner Barkley's podcast, which I had a great time on. Basically because I'm just me and I'm loud and I'm obnoxious, really. Yeah, seen the series Spartacus. Fantastic. Fantastic series, Spartacuses. Oh, you, madam, need to die.
There's a TV series recently that I started.
Person
that
of
was it. I
interest.
started watching CSI completely.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I started with Series 1 and working my way through.
Fantastic.
I think I've got episode 20 of CSI, and now I'm not at home, so the rest of Series 1 we recorded, but I need to find Series 2 online somewhere.
Oh, well. You don't need to, mate. You just have to come out to mine. I've got it on DVD.
With you? Ah, sweet.
Right.